Hello, people. Oh, stop!
It's your voice. It's your voice. It's no one else. It's just you.
I know it's why is it so? I don't like it. Who likes their own? Jesus Christ! Who likes their own voice? That's just no one likes your voice. Can you make Whew. I don't know why I keep making such noises, but whatever. Oh, hi guys, how are you doing? I'm the only enthusiastic person here. Welcome to the stand-up part of your Friday. Can you? Welcome to the stand-up part of your Friday night show. Who's been here for the show before, for the humor show? Thanks for coming and good night. Thanks for coming for that. Now we have stand-up for great comedians for you, and then we have a concert by another great comedian who is also an artist, a painter, a musician, a singer, and a guitar player. So he's everything basically, everything we're not, at least. So stick around for that. How are you doing, people? That doesn't really help me in any way. The question of how are you doing is like fine, bad, yeah, boo, yay, whatever. But clapping doesn't help me in any way. Who's feeling good? Now clapping will kind of help me because yeah, again, who's feeling good? Why? No, this sounded way too depressing. Why? No, just why? What happened? Nothing. Friday happens once per week. Get used to it. Okay. Besides Friday, any reasons to be particularly good this week? No. Alcohol?
Yeah.
Says the Mormon.
Cheers.
Awesome. Anything besides Friday and alcohol that makes you people happy in your lives? No. Hot weather. Yeah, we had so much of this last few days. Literally like today afternoon was fine. That's all. Summer.
Summer
right?
weather, or summer clothing.
Summer clothing make you happy?
No, well, sometimes.
I don't understand, Matt. You need to elaborate on this.
In winter there's shuba, in summer there's whatever other things girls wear.
It's just like a vest shoe.
Yeah.
Without sleeves. Basically, that's what they wear. Yeah. So you are enthusiastic about summer clothes. What's your favorite piece of clothing?
Flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Not on me.
Not on you. Flip-flops on random people. Make you excited. You have a foot fetish, you know that, right? Basically, in a nutshell.
Footwear, not the feet themselves.
Footwear fetish. You have a footwear fetish. What are you wearing? Can you show us? What's that?
They're Echo sneaker things.
Comfortable?
I would say.
Because they look like shit. I hope they're comfortable.
They're comfortable.
Awesome. Good. Important. Anyone else passionate about something very weird and unusual? Like footwear?
Matt's shoes.
Matt's shoes. I'm really passionate about
You
these
didn't even
shoes.
let me use the, hey girl, nice boots.
It wasn't so comfortable for me to feel your leg near my head.
Now you need to turn around and do the same to him.
Yeah, do that to him now.
Did I kick you? I'm so sorry.
No, but it was.
Let's have a group activity where everyone shows their shoes to their partner. I don't know what's happening. Hey girl, nice boots. Boots. Yeah, she'll go, nice what? My eyes are up here. I'm like, yeah, your shoes are way down there, so. Awesome. Where were we going with that topic? I have no idea.
Finish it.
Fetishes and then summer and then whatnot. Anyone else excited about summer? Who has some summer plans?
Woo!
Relative does not count. Who has any other summer plans? Who's going somewhere for summer? Virtually no one is. That's why we come to the cheapest bar in Moscow. If you had any money, you would not be here right now. No one's going anywhere for summer. See you all every Friday at Jim and Jack's. where I ask you, how do you feel? You say good. I ask why, and you say because it's Friday. That's going to be very repetitive in a few weeks. Does anyone have a driving license? First beer, second beer? You don't drive, obviously, because they took your license away because you're a fucking alcoholic. They didn't get you. You got yourself. Okay, smart, smart. Anyone else has a driving license? Mormon? They let Mormons drive now? You have a drive, but you cannot drive in Russia, right? I mean, not legally, but just you cannot drive. Technically you could, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Anyone else? Who has their own car?
It's actually really good, you should try it.
It's actually really good, you should try it. Yeah. Are we still talking about shoes, about driving? I know where we are at this point.
Driving.
But whenever a girl tells you it's actually really good, you should try it, just try it. You have nothing to lose. Oh, that's going to be hard for you. I know you for a year and you're always drunk. So who has a car besides Zhenya? No one else? No one has a car. No one's going anywhere. No one has a car. How old are you people? 11? Jesus Christ. This is going to be hard. Anyone has, I don't know, I know, at this point it's useless to ask. Anyone has kids? I wrote this joke for you. I know you for a year and I said, I need to write a joke about Zhenya. He drives, he has a car, he has a kid. Anyone else? But this is not the thing you need money for. Just make a kid. No one has a kid. When I meet her. Him. Her. Of course it's her. I know it's a her. I'm just trying to pretend. No one has kids. Oh my god. Anyway, let's hope you know other people who own a car, a driving license, and a kid. Can we all agree on this? Let's pretend. Okay? Do you know someone who owns a car? Do you know any taxi companies? Jesus. So if you do, then you notice that a lot of people put this sticker on their car that says baby in a car, baby on board. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
What's the point of that? No, seriously, can anyone tell me what's the point of that? You have a kid. Did you have that sticker on your car? No. Well, you drink and drive, so what's the point of a sticker? Just write, I drink. No, you don't drink and drive, I know. So no one can explain what is the reason for it. Because I think if I really want to crash another car, I will not stop in the last minute. I want to kill this. Oh no, there's a baby inside. That's not going to stop me. But that's not even the ridiculous part. Ridiculous part is, a few days ago, I saw a sticker. So I'm used to this baby on board, baby in car stickers. I saw a sticker that says, pregnant woman in a car. And I was like, where is this going? In a year it will be, we might have sex on a sticker. Let's see what happens. I don't know, it's getting ridiculous. Okay. Great joke, right? No one can relate to. It's like I'm talking about Mars. And you people are, what's Mars? Is that a chocolate bar? Oh my god. Jesus. I'm really bad with dates. I'm really bad with dates. I should have asked anyone ever went on a date before I do this joke. Because looking at the room, no, obviously. Especially the guys. I don't have a car. Of course I don't go on dates. Yeah. I will not do the date joke. Whatever. I will introduce the comedians because it's time to introduce the comedians. Your first comedian will be the great, the funny, the lovable, the terrible Russian accent when he speaks English. We all know him, we all adore him. Please welcome on stage, Vasily Medvedev!
Thank you. Hello, my name is Vasily Medvedev. I am Russian, okay? My English so shitty. Don't be angry, please, about it. Okay, what? То же самое. Okay.
Time's going, you just say it.
Yes. Still shitty, man. Okay, where are you working?
Change your beginning.
What?
Change your beginning.
Where are you working? Where you work?
By the street.
What?
By the street.
I don't know that word. Sorry. That's all my interactive, man. That's all words what I know. I won't give you advice about dentists. When your dentist asks you about which one freezing do you want, paid or free, choose paid one. Because freezing, with free freezing, it's still painful, okay? But it just frees your fucking body, you know? I didn't love my mother at that moment. That's how it works. You know? Yeah. I was afraid that they say to me, don't eat forever, you know? Yeah, I went home and I chewed gum, and at home I understood that I didn't have gum, it was my tongue. That's how it works. Use paid one. Okay? Guys, do you have that feeling that girls even don't need sex? You know? They actually say it to me, like, don't, please. You know? I have a girlfriend, you know, and she never pretended to orgasm, you know? Never. You understand what I mean? Girls? Understand? It means that technically I don't have even illusion that I'm good and bad, you know? So I watched porn a lot. Have you ever seen this porn where a guy put leg in a woman's vagina? Have you ever seen this before? No? If you've never seen this before, you might think that he will put another one and go somewhere, you know, like on huge human skis. Okay? I'm a good person. You know, I performed on charity evening in support a child with leukemia, you know. But only 4 people came on this evening, and they were organizers of this evening. You know, that's how people don't want to listen to my jokes, that they can deal with the death of a baby, you know. I think when child saw, you know, poster with my face, he thought, oh shit, I'm fucked up, you know. Okay, jokes, right? Thank you. Who uses condoms here? No one? You? Rich motherfucker, yes? It's expensive. It's very expensive. I think sex even don't cost too much, you know? It's very... Recently I saw a condom for 5,000 rubles in the internet. Condom from Louis Vuitton. It's true, you know? It's 5,000 rubles for one thing, for one condom. And I want it so much now, you know? I want it because I'm sure that it protects from bullets too, you know? I don't afraid apocalypse anymore. Me and my family jump into condom, you know? It makes your girlfriend come when you're asleep, you know? That's how it works. I want it. But I couldn't throw out so expensive thing, you know? I would have to, you know, use it something like talisman or, you know, or portemonnaie, like. Wася, what is this? It's Louis Vuitton, mate. You can't afford it with sperm in it, you know. Okay. And I saw, condoms, cheap condoms, for 15 rubles. Have you ever seen this? Yeah. Who buy this shit? I don't believe in it, Condoms for 15 rubles? Seriously? I think people buy it just for masturbating it, and still get AIDS. Condoms with AIDS. And last thing about my new idol in my life, it's Danilo Kozlovsky. It's famous Russian actor. He's brilliant. He's very successful, rich, handsome, right, girls?
Yeah.
He's very handsome, yeah. And the most important thing why Danilo Kozlovsky is my idol, he is gay. Because he can, yeah. You're upset. I understand it. So he can, reject the beautiful girls every day, with lightly, And I think he do it for us guys, If you were rejected by a girl or some girl broke your heart someday, remember that Danilo Kozlovsky do it every day, He's a dicks for us, It's very good, I think, He like Jesus Christ, but for dicks, I like think that he even don't like it, suck every dick with, I don't know. So, yeah. Danilo Kozlovsky. Yeah, girls, you're upset because of Danilo Kozlovsky. Yeah, I understand it. I can't imagine how many girls upset because of it, I was upset because I know that if I will become gay, everybody will gives a shit about it, okay? One woman upset, my mother, because she lose her bet to my father, That's all, thank you.
Sorry about that, John. So apparently, our host was so scared of me performing that he left. So I'll just be kind of taking over right now. My name's Blake Brown. I'm an English teacher here in Moscow. I really hate starting a set of jokes. Starting a set of jokes is like going on a blind date. Anybody been on a blind date? Yeah? And I don't mean by blind date that you went on a date with a blind person. I mean that you went somewhere with someone that you didn't know and you got to know them. Yeah? Okay. So it's like being a blind date because neither of us really wanted to be here tonight, but at some point some of our friends convinced us that, oh yeah, it'll be fun. And so I'm going to spend the next couple minutes trying to impress you and trying really hard not to stare at your boobs. And you can decide by yourself if I suck. The good thing is that it's also like a blind date in the fact that if it's just really terrible, we can all get drunk and go home and masturbate afterwards if it doesn't work out. Okay, not funny. So, huh?
Sad.
Sad, yeah, a little bit sad. That's kind of the life of a comedian. So it is summertime soon. This Monday is actually the first official day of summer, I believe. So what that also means, it's the official season of the see-through babushka shirts.
Yes.
I saw my first couple of them the other day, and it kind of let me know that summer is coming. Any of you Game of Thrones fans out there, it's worse than winter is coming. I really think that there should be a law against clothing companies making anything that can be attached to the word see-through, mini, or string that is made in a size bigger than medium. I know that the word lace and large both begin with the letter L, but I don't think they should be combined together. Those shirts they're not too common with your average babushka, but they are pretty popular with the babshlucha. Just in case you're wondering what a babshlucha is, it's that thing where there's a girl who's really kind of a slut at heart, but her body is like 80 years old. Anyway. Yeah, so like just like those girls, some things don't change with time. Like for example, Americans being fat, or herpes, or people hating Jews. Anyway. Summer is also a good time to start your diets. Anybody start a diet recently? No? Yeah? Okay, cool. Me too. So I hate starting a diet because going on a diet is really expensive. Anybody know how like expensive it is to eat healthy rather than just ordering like a pizza? And the bad thing is, like, we try to convince ourselves that the more money we spend on something, that the more we're going to enjoy it. But it doesn't matter how much money I spend on like golden organic broccoli, I'm still always going to enjoy pizza more. I spend plenty of money on prostitutes, but at least I actually enjoy them. The other good thing about broccoli versus prostitutes is that prostitutes are a little bit more socially acceptable. If you ever show up at a friend's party with a prostitute, your best bud's like, okay, I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes to be healthy. I get that. Okay, man. But completely different reaction if you show up at a friend's party with broccoli. First you get the guy that looks at you and goes, "You kiss your mother with that mouth? You put that in your body?" And then you get your best friend that comes up and he goes, "Bro, bro, bro." Puts his arm around you. "Bro, this weekend, you, me, get dressed up. I know a good place. We're gonna go out and we're gonna find you some nice, easy, normal food. You really don't need to be spending your money on stuff like this." Okay, that's all I got for tonight. So next up we have Andre.
Hi guys, how you doing? How you doing? Great, yeah? Do you remember Vasily? He was the first one, yeah? Do you remember he asked who uses condoms here, right? And the only one guy said, "I do it," right? Did you notice that it was the same guy who got the kid? Yeah? Did he use like Gusarski condoms? Or what? We can be sure that it wasn't Durex, right? If you know what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm gonna speak slowly so you could understand me. But honestly, I'm gonna speak slowly so I could understand what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, because sometimes I'm, really like saying some bullshit. I mean, sometimes I'm saying like a lot of random words and thinking that this is sentences. Yeah, and then wondering why no one understands me. Yeah, tonight my girlfriend is here. Please clap. Clap. Okay, clap means clapping, right? She's in my head. Yeah, imaginary one. I like to use my imagination. Like every Sunday I sit in the evening and turn on the song "Use Your Imagination" and using it. Okay, let's stick to the topic, guys. Do you have a boyfriend? So do I. We got a lot of in common, I see. Yeah? All right. Do you understand English? But you're just so shy, right? I asked her, "Do you have a boyfriend?" She said like, "No," and then the guy came. She like. Yeah, the guy who uses condoms, who has a baby, not the best guy for you. Seriously. Alright. The problem is I don't have enough time to learn my material and to write it. And the reason for this, because I'm like always bloody drunk. No, seriously, I'm drinking every fucking evening. Actually, the ordinary evening of the ordinary Russian guys here, yeah? And the girl said like, yeah. I understand what you're talking about. I got the same problem, right? You can stand up and say out loud, really. Recently been partying. Next day, my girlfriend called me and said, "Where were you?" I said, "I'm not gonna tell you." And then she said, like, "You fat ugly bastard." Yeah. I looked at the mirror and agreed. When I like my girlfriend, and when we're lying in the bed, like me and her, we're like the Beauty and the Beast, and the beauty is here. If you know what I'm doing. Yeah. You know, the point of the show is when there's two-way connection, right? I'm saying some bullshit, and you give me a reaction, like clapping. Yeah. I like the guy on the third row. Please draw attention to the guy on the third row, the only guy among girls. He got a box full of chicken wings.
No, I don't. They're brownies.
I already ate it.
You want a brownie?
All right. Let's stick to the topic. I wrote it. The funny thing, guys, you know, I usually stand-uppers, they write their set list here, right, on the hand. And I wrote it here, went to the toilet and washed my hand, and then like it's a mess. That's the problem, it's a mess. Actually, I just didn't wash my hand from the last weekend. Yeah, got a bad memory, guys. Look, you know, recently my girlfriend, wrote me like, hope you're doing fine. Yeah, after 2 hours I got her cheating on me. And I said, yeah, I'm doing fine, bitch. And at this very moment I was cutting into pieces her gold Reef Gosh card. Yeah, like, ooh, there's a fan of Litoile here. No? Yeah, that's kind of sucks, good. Alright. I got sex. If you know what I'm talking about. The only one girl like shake with your head, yeah, I know. No, seriously, my girlfriend gifted me sex for my birthday. I said, what? She said, you know, I thought that the sex is something that happens on a regular basis. She said, no, we all get what we deserve. I broke up with this bitch. And as far as I remember, you don't have a boyfriend, right? I don't like you. I don't like you because you're pretty drunk. Alright then. Yes. Alright, okay, the last joke is gonna be the funny one. I'm gonna go to the peak here, right? Alright? You trust me? Clap me if you trust me. Alright. Okay, we're almost on the same line, guys. Yeah, you trust me, I trust you. And we got like the guy with the kid here. Alright? Where's your wife? I don't care. Alright, I know, you know there's a who been in the airport, you know there's a rule when there's a security inspection, and you know that there's a rule that the man has to inspect the man and the women inspect the women, right? Don't you think that this is a perfect combination for gays? Like they coming for inspection, they're inspecting, they say like, I got some cocaine stuck in my ass. Check it. And you know they're checking there's no cocaine. Yeah, but the pleasure was made. Then he arrested for 15 days, and that's where the after party begins. I counted on this joke, guys. It's really offensive when you're writing your best material, saying it to the crowd, and you don't do anything. You don't react. Thank you very much, Andrei.
I'm last. You know, I've been coming to Jim and Jack so many times now, and I don't think I've ever seen anything this sad, where the hosts ran away. I've never seen a show where the host just disappeared. Now, I thought it's just us. It's just because we're so bad comedians, and the audience is so unhappy with us that they had to run away before the militia arrived. But, in fact, I think it has something to do with the fact that our host, Denise, is getting married next week. And so that I think that they're giving him one last chance to change his mind. Now, of course, that means to say that leaves us here to do the cleanup, right? So it's my job here to finish up what Dennis and Gleb and Igor would have done and finish it up for you so that you can listen to the music and listen to our great musician and comedian Cristiano and company entertain you. Now, me, I was just like pulled off the street. I'm not a comedian. I'm actually, believe it or not, a professor, a real one. Even though it seems strange, as I said, you know, on the other hand, he said, come on, just get up, do some stand-up. And I thought about it, it's not very different from being a professor. I mean, look, in some cases, you come in, and it's like, look, what's the difference between teaching and doing stand-up? Well, in one case, you're in a place where there's a bunch of drunk people waiting to get a reaction, and the other place, it's just a bar. And the other thing is that when you're talking, most of the time you're trying to get people to listen to you. But when you listen to you, one of the problems we have as professors is that our students will sometimes become aliens. They will become reptiles. What do I mean by that? Well, if you've ever taught a big class, like 50 people, or given a lecture anywhere publicly, one of the things that happens is you always say, do you understand? Yes? And at that moment, your students turn into aliens. What kind of aliens? Well, do you know that reptiles, like crocodiles, can sleep with their eyes open? That is to sort of say, this thin film starts to cover their eyes. Well, that's what happens when you lecture. Suddenly, all the students who are looking very cleanly at you, their eyes glaze open. They're asleep with their eyes open. And all you have to do is say, do you understand? And at that point, it's a horror movie. However, there are some advantages for me of lecturing in Russia. Russians are so nice. They love titles. I mean, they're like Vedushi, Isledovani, Satrudnik, you know, or something like Naучный руководитель, and they call you Professor, Doctor. It's so great. It's like so authoritative. I feel like Donald Trump when I'm lecturing in Russia. Everyone is so like intense. But there are like drawbacks to doing this in the sense that, well, I have to like learn things all over again. But fortunately, I'm past the age when I give a shit about anything. It's like one of the things young people are always care about what their reputation is. I don't have a reputation anymore, or if I did, I've long forgotten it. However, Dennis is going to learn what happens when he gets old. You know, the old joke about marriage is that when you first get married, you're supposed to put a coin in a vase every time you have sex. You do that for the first year. After the first year, every time you have sex, you take out one of the coins. You will never run out of money. I used to be scared on Saturdays. When I first came to the show, they said, it used to be, the old system was Friday night was clean night, Saturday night was dirty night. And I said, I'm not the kind of guy who tells sex jokes. On the other hand, after listening to these guys, it's clear most of the jokes about sex are about masturbation. And so, on the other hand, I thought about it, I sort of said, it makes sense. As the great Gustave Flaubert, the author of Madame Bovary, said, masturbation is the best kind of sex, because it's the only kind where the pleasure given is exactly equal to the pleasure received. Finally, I want to make some comments quickly so we can listen to music about the fact that what do people learn in marriage? And one of the things I learned is that over the years I've been married, I suddenly begin to get a glimmer of the chick code. Now guys know a little bit about chick code language, but it's only obvious things like the girls say, do I look fat? So do you love me? You're like, that's like all basic stuff, right? In fact, you learn like more advanced things after you've been a while. For instance, even like something basic with my wife, like, where shall we have dinner? Like, this is a typical Friday night conversation in my household. My wife will say, where shall we have dinner? I'll say, where do you want to go, dear? And she'll say, no, I don't care. You pick a place. I'll say, okay, let's go to the Japanese restaurant. And she'll go, no, that's too expensive. I say, okay, where do you want to go? No, I don't care. Just pick another place. And I say, how about the Italian restaurant? No, we too much Italian. It's too oily. I don't like that. Blah, blah, blah. So where do you want to go? Just tell me. And no, I don't really care. You pick a place. So I think. Let's go to that new Chinese place that your friend talked about. Well, if you really want to go there, then let's go. You see, the chick language is, what do you want to do means you have to tell me what I wanted you to do anyway. And that's what you're going to do. The second thing you learn is that everything is a code word. So for instance, we went to a party once. And I remember all night we were talking to this, and she was sort of saying, I introduced you to this friend of mine. He's really nice. He's very good, blah, 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 blah. Isn't this great? So I started talking to her. And then afterwards my wife says, why did you talk to her? I said, you said she was like nice. And you sort of said, don't you know that? She's like a bitch. So you realize nice equals bitch. And it's sort of like, later on it'll be like nice, bitch, good, bitch. It's sort of like well-known, bitch, right? And then of course friendly, that means slut. But these are some of the codes. But as guys can tell you, those who, whether you've been married or you had a steady girlfriend, this code is just beginning to scratch the surface. The girls have a secret handshake. And you're not going to learn the true nature of that secret handshake till just on your deathbed. On your deathbed, your wife will whisper in your ear, "I'm sorry, dear." And then she'll tell you the secret codes. And then you'll say, "No, and I bet it." And then you pass out. Thank you very much. I hope you have a good time.
Hey people! How are you? Awesome? Yeah, it's great. I have a joke that I'm 25 years old and I look like a fucking pussy, you know? My friends, they tease me like that as older I'm gonna get, then powerful the joke will work, that I'm gonna be sorry, I'll have a small voice, I'm gonna get on the stage and be like, I'm 40 and I look like a fucking pussy. That's gonna be funny, and I'm afraid that I'll order a pizza delivery guy and he will come to me and say like, "Boy, where are your parents?" And I'll be like, they died, and close the door, recently I was in Kazakhstan, and they have 4 hours ahead, and technically I was in future, and fuck, in future they're all Kazakh people, that's shit. My father has never said that he loves me, and only a few times when he was drunk, and so that's how we're talking. Like, I call him and say like, "Dad, I love you," and he said like, "Well, bye, son." And only when he was drunk, I call him and I say like, "Dad, come on, mom's gonna come back, and everything's gonna be okay, so please stop drinking, everything's gonna be fine." And he said like, "Thank you, I love you, son." But that's not a father's love, I think, It's not true love. I think that's universal love. Like, guys, I love you, when you're drunk. It's just I was so lucky that I called him, He can say it to anyone. Okay. I have no kids, and but all my classmates, they have kids, and one of my classmates, he married because his wife got pregnant, and we were in our main woman's room at school, at classmates meeting, and she said like, how are you, Styopa? And he said, "Well, I'm a cashier at the cinema, I have a boy, and I'm married, and it's awesome." She said, "Wow, I'm proud of you, Styopa, I'm proud of you, that's awesome." And then she asked me like, "How are you, Sasha?" And I said, "I'm not fucking careful, That's why I'm okay. Okay. Have you seen the last part of Hunger Games? Anyone? Have you seen? No? That's awesome, because that's shit. They have so... long pauses in dialogues, Okay. Okay, you don't like it. My uncle is a racist, and he said that all black football players, they're just niggers who stole t-shirts from famous football players, Okay. Okay, I'll try something else, what's gonna be funny for you. What themes did you like before me? Please, say it to me. Maybe I have the same. No?
Shoes.
You didn't like shoes. Okay. Shoes. Recently I bought new shoes. and and nothing about shoes. What the fuck? Okay, maybe someone raped me and then stole my shoes, and that was all about shoes. That's about raping me. Okay, you don't like it. Okay, never mind. How? That's all? Okay, final joke. Final joke. It's gonna kill you. And it's... did you know about that shit, Periscope? What Periscope is? You all know, right? And recently I saw the translation. A guy had a threesome, with 2 girls. and they kiss, lick each other, you know, and best of all, I like comments, you know. They were like, oh, come on, do it, more, we want more. But one comment was you know, it was awesome. A dude wrote like, this is fucking Ksusha. This is number of moms, Ksusha's mom. Someone call Ksusha's mom, you know. And the second translation, I saw that two girls, you know, they were like, you know, young and bully, you know, shitty girls, like, hey, come on, fuck me if you can, like I'm 14 or 16, I don't know, so can just do the best, you know. And a dude wrote like, girls like you should be fucked in a circle, you know? You understand? And a girl answered him like, your mom is gonna be circled, you know? And the next he wrote was like, you sluts, I'm orphaned. Okay, thank you.
Okay, everybody, that was Sasha Malloy. One more time for him, everybody. Okay, that's our show for tonight. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. Stick around for a little bit. They're going to set up and have their concert here in just a minute. Okay, take a little break. Thanks.